my Tara in the building. What's up, beloved? So good to see you. Can't do these lives without you. You already know. Good morning to you all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, today is going to be powerful. Helen, good morning to you. Helen, good morning to you. Good morning to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. Lamika, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Always a blessing when you are in the building. Always a blessing. Honeyman, what's going on? Wilder, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Reese's Pieces in the building. Okay, Reese's Pieces in early. Alfred, what's going on? Good morning to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. Be where your feet are. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, be where your feet are. This moment is the most important moment in your life. It's the only one that you have access to. Be where your feet are. What is this moment showing you? Everything that's in your life is the curriculum. Janae, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Ero, so good to see you. So good to see you. Good morning to you all. Hey, what's up, Cynthia? Good morning to you. Kalista, what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Maywood, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Always a blessing when you are in the building. In Biz, I see you. What's going on? Hey, what's up, Rosie? Fat to Pat, I see you. Good morning. Peace and blessings to you all. Mindset family, Mindset Masters family is in attendance. Rocco, what's up, my brother? So good to see you. Always a blessing when you are here. Got my Lynetta in the building. What's up, beloved? Good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. Rocco, thank you so much. T. Benz is in the building. Got my D. Wade. We're going to go there today, man. I'm telling you right now. Tell you, we going there today. We going there today. We are going to. Yeah, Brandon, man, you got to let him know, man. You got to let him know. You got to let him know. It's D and P, man. You guys know I always, it's a crazy thing. I never know. I never know what the lives are going to be about. I write the lives, and very rarely do I finish what I write. Very rarely. Very rarely. It's the most shocking thing in the world to me. It's the most shocking thing in the world. I spend all day and all night writing my lives only to not finish what I write, ever. I've never finished a single live, not one time. I never make it past the first page. Bella, what's up, beloved? Good morning to you all. Got my Cefe in the building. What's up, bro? So good to see you, little bro. Becky, I appreciate that. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share the live to your stories. Share or repost the live to your stories if you haven't already done so, please. May, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Always a blessing when you are here. Yeah, once my spirit gets involved, spirit is like, Coach, you need to go somewhere and sit down, please. You need to. It's time for me to get to it. Joanna, what's up, beloved? Brianna, so good to see you. Snooky's in the building. What's up, Snooky? Again, good morning to you all. Cat lovers in the building. What's up, cat lover? Good morning to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. Be where your feet are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Be where your feet are. Who are you uninterrupted? That's the most important question that anyone will ever ask you, and most people don't know the answer to it. Who are you uninterrupted? Most importantly, what's currently interrupting you? Type me in the comments if this is your very first time on a live stream with me. Again, do me a favor and share. Nicole, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Do me a favor and share or repost a live to your stories. If you haven't already done so, please share or repost a live to your stories. If you haven't already done so, please. Again, who are you uninterrupted? And most importantly, what is currently interrupting you? Percy, what's up, little bro? So good to see you. Got my Percy in the building. Got family in the building. Yeah, we're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into everything. We're going to get into everything. Every question that you will ever have, we're going to cover today. Every question that you will ever have in the history of your life, it will be covered today. All of them. Not some of them, all of them. Every single question that you could ever have will be answered today. Period. That part right there, Percy, welcome to Lion School. We talking lion to lion today. We talking spirit to spirit today. So I need you to leave your feelings and emotions outside of the live stream. Leave yesterday's version of you outside of the live stream, because yesterday's version of you can only contaminate this moment. Yesterday's version of you carries no more value. That's the reason why you have to stop identifying with who you were yesterday. Yesterday's version of you carries no more value, beloved. Zero value. We can't extract any more value from yesterday's version of you. Bottom line. And most people wake up being yesterday's version of themselves, which means 24 hours has been wasted. That's the problem. That's why we suffer. That's why we suffer. Because what's up, beloved? I'm telling you, the average person, 9 out of 10 people, wake up being exactly who they were yesterday. And then we wonder why we suffer. When yesterday's version of you brings no value to this moment. Your thinking doesn't even add value to this moment. No value to this moment, because your thinking is everything you've already experienced leading up to this moment. So how can your thinking add value to the moment if your thinking is what you've already experienced? Your thinking is coming from something that you've already experienced. So it carries no value in this moment. Your thinking can only contaminate the moment. And that's the problem. We're trying to think our way through life. You don't think your way through life. Your job is to witness. Life is so busy trying to teach you, but we can't learn anything because we're too busy thinking. Most people walk around in a constant state of thinking, which means that you're on autopilot. That's what that means. It means you're not awakened as of yet. Yeah, thinking is automatic judgment. To think is to judge. You too busy. You can't experience your life because you're too busy judging it. Rika, what's up, beloved? Yeah, that's why my course, The Fearless Mindset, it teaches you how to shut that off, man. Shut that thinking off. That's why most people can't experience happiness and love and unconditional love and all of these things, because your thinking is always interrupting that. Red, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, beloved. Always a pleasure and a blessing when you are in the bed. All right, y'all, we got to get busy. Again, do me a favor real quick. Type, if this is your very first time on a live stream with me, type me in the comments if this is your very first time seeing me go live. Oh, love, you said you got Snoop reading the book? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Have Snoop read that book. Oh, no, you must be talking about all that Speechify. I love it. I love it. I love it. Again, type me in the comments if this is your very first time on a live stream with me. Please type me in the comments. I'll tell you how to take the class. All right, for all of you guys that are new to the platform, welcome all first and last time listeners. My name is Jordan Williams. I'm a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness, self-mastery, relationship mastery, 5D consciousness, emotional intelligence. I specialize in helping my students and clients become the greatest, strongest, and most powerful versions of themselves. I am also the best-selling author of this book, The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? This book is a bestseller. The book is a game changer. It is the blueprint and the instruction manual to who you are. Nothing is more important than discovering who you are. Nothing is more important than having mastery over fear, mastery over depression, mastery over detachment, mastery over your attachments, mastery over anxiety, mastery over your suffering, mastery over you understanding what pain is and why pain shows up in your life. I have mastery over these things. I am emotionally bulletproof. What does that mean? Your criticism rolls off me like water rolls off of the umbrella. Your judgments, your projections roll off me the same way that water rolls off of the umbrella. Nothing that you can say to me can knock me off my course. And that's what I want to help my students become, emotionally bulletproof, where it doesn't matter what people say about you. It doesn't matter what your boss says. It doesn't matter what your significant other says. It doesn't matter what the people on social media say. It can't penetrate you anymore. See, what you have to understand is that you are the guardian at the gate of your feelings and emotions. You are the guardian at the gate of your mindset. So it doesn't matter what a person says. You opening the gate. I can call you anything I want, but it has to get in your mind. Something is allowing that to rent space in your mind because you haven't mastered your mindset. And what you don't understand is what that person projects onto you is only a window into what they are carrying in that moment. It's only a window into their suffering. It's a window into their wounds. It's a window into their trauma. It says nothing about you. But when you lack self-awareness, you take that personally. You punish yourself. The person didn't punish you. You are the one that has to release the feelings and emotions based upon what they're saying. You push the button. Their words didn't push the button. Their words don't have the power to push the button. You push the button. Every time someone criticizes you, you push the button. Every time someone disrespects you, you push the button. Every time someone walks out of your life, you push the button that releases the emotion, that releases your pain, that releases your suffering. It's all coming from you. It's not coming from the world outside of you. It's coming from your lack of self-awareness. It's coming from your lack of emotional intelligence. It's coming from you not slowing down long enough to discover who and what you are. That's the problem. That's the problem. We're so quick to chase popularity, to chase external validation, to chase people, to chase fame, to chase success, but we're slow when it comes to chasing ourselves. So slow when it comes to chasing ourselves and understanding ourselves. So who do we run to? We run to the therapist. We run to the psychiatrist. We run to the pharmacist to numb ourselves because we don't want to take the time to understand ourselves. But you're the most important asset you own. Come on, now I need you to give me 5 seconds of truth. You don't own an asset more powerful than you because you are the asset that creates everything in your life. The relationship comes from the asset called you. The kids come from the asset called you. The job comes, the clothes, the jewelry, the cars, everything you own, everything in your bank account comes from the asset called you. But you're the one asset you know the least about. You know what the asset creates, but you don't know what the asset is. And that's what God is trying to wake us up to. You're more focused on what your asset produces than you are on the asset itself. You're the one thing you know the least about. You got all this detailed information when it comes to the relationship, detailed information when it comes to your job, detailed information when it comes to who your friends are, detailed information when it comes to who your family is, limited information when it comes to yourself. What's depression? Oh, I don't know. What's detachment? Oh, I don't know. Why is anxiety showing up? I don't know. Why does fear show up? Oh, I don't know. Why is your pain coming? Oh, I don't know. What is depression symbolizing? I don't know. What's imposter syndrome? I don't know. We don't know what these things are. So how can you conquer what you don't understand? What's your shadow? Oh, I don't know. What is your programming and conditioning? I don't know. When's your ego come online? And what's its role in your life? Oh, I don't know. But you're the asset that's responsible for everything in your life. That's all I'm saying. So what's my purpose in your life? To get you locked in on the asset. Because the moment you master the asset, you master your life. Period. You master everything. Type no real quick if you are not currently signed up for my free thought of the day. If you are not currently signed up for my free thought of the day, type no in the comments, please, and then we're going to get this live stream started. Yeah, because if you don't treat yourself like the asset, no one else will. People will not treat you like an asset until you treat yourself like one. Okay, a lot of no's. Let me just tell you guys a little bit about my free thought of the day and why it's so important. It's important to you, but it's important to humanity, and that's kind of the push that we have going and the movement that we have going with respect to who we are as a company. The whole purpose of the free thought of the day is to start your day off with a clear, powerful thought. That's the whole purpose. To start your day off with a clear, powerful thought. And it's free. So you can't be free. See, and the way that we designed it is so that it would take less than 10 seconds for you to read it. Literally, within 10 seconds, it's over with. Because I don't want to rent too much space in your mind. I just want to come in, drop something off that's going to spark something else, and then let you get your day started. See, and here's the thing: a single thought can change the way you feel about yourself in that moment. A single thought can have so much impact when it comes to how you get your morning jump started. And what most people don't understand is this: oftentimes there are quotes, just a quote, that'll change your whole life. I'll give you a great example of a quote that changed my life. You cannot become who you want to be by remaining who you are. That's what one of my first spiritual teachers, that's one of the first things he told me. He said, you too busy being who you are. You ain't gonna never become who you want to be. Because you're too busy settling for who you've always been. And when he told me that, it created a paradigm shift in my mind. So that's what the free thought of the day is about. It's about you getting that daily deposit. It's a daily dose of wisdom, a daily dose of inspiration, a daily dose of medicine, of motivation right in that moment when you need it, coupled with some enlightenment, and then sprinkle some awareness in there. That's what it's all about. We're not going to change the world by talking about people and celebrities and gossip. We're going to change the world by people making consistent investments in each other. And this is our contribution. So when people ask me, well, what are you doing? What's your role? What you trying to do to change the world? This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Okay, so what you guys are going to want to do is copy and paste that link to get signed up for the free thought of the day. Copy and paste that link that you see Tara had pinned up there. Copy and paste that link, put it inside your browser, and just get signed up real quick. It's going to take you a couple seconds to get signed up, and then you rock and roll. Go ahead and get signed up right now because it's something that you don't want to miss. Cat Lover, I see you, beloved. Again, copy and paste that link, put it inside of your browser, and then you guys can go and get signed up, and we locked in and ready to go. Yeah, that free thought of the day, man, it's everything. All right. It's time to change the world. You change the world by changing yourself. So let's get busy. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. May, you said you ready? We getting ready to go there. I'm telling you that now. We getting ready to go there. Raja, what's up, beloved? Here we go. Most people are in a situation that they don't like. Nephi, what's up, beloved? I said most people are in a situation right now that they don't like. You might have a job that's draining you. Maybe it's your relationship that's draining you. Maybe you're in a city that you no longer want to be in. Or maybe you have a life that has settled into a shape that you didn't choose. And here's the truth. You've read the books. You've done the courses. You've made the plans. But nothing really shifted. Nothing really changed. And every time it looks like something might change, the change falls through. With girl, I see you, beloved. Here's the problem. Your circumstances or the world isn't keeping you where you are. Nothing out there is holding you where you are right now. You are holding yourself there. The situation you find yourself in currently has no power. This is what God is trying to wake you up to. I said the situation that you find yourself in currently has no power. I didn't say a little bit of power. I didn't say some power. I didn't say occasional power. I said zero power. It cannot continue without you signing off on it. Everything in your life currently, you authorize. One more time. The situation you find yourself in currently has no power to continue on its own. Nothing in your life has the power to continue on its own. Not a single thing. There's not a thing you can name in your life currently. I'll give you 50 years to tell me. I will give you 50 years to tell me one thing in your life right now that can continue without you signing off on it. I said 50 years I give you. You're going to still be thinking 50 years from now because there's not a thing in your life that can continue on its own. Everything needs you. The situation doesn't have the power to keep you in it. Nothing in your life currently has the power to keep you in it. The city you live in doesn't have the power to keep you in it. The relationship you find yourself in, whether it's the best relationship in the world or the worst, it doesn't have the power to keep you in it. None of them by themselves has the power to do anything. Your job doesn't have the power to keep you in it. But we walk around like we're so powerless. You walking around like you ain't got no power. When everything outside of you is powerless.
That relationship has no power other than the power you give it. That job has no power over you other than the power you give it. Your boss has no power over you other than the power that you give that person. That toxic relationship carries zero power. But we walk around like we're so powerless. There's not a thing in your life that comes with built-in power. Power comes from you, not from the thing. Everything in your life is just like the cell phone. When you first buy your cell phone, it ain't got no power. It's still in the box. You got to plug that bad boy in. You gotta connect it to something so that it can have power, so that it can get charged up. That's everything in your life. You the charger. Everything in your life is like the cell phone. It has no power. It's fresh out the box. That relationship has no power. Your friendships have no power. The job has no power. Your current circumstances has no power. Nothing in your life has power, but you act powerless. Every day that you wake up in your life, you are the one continuing to keep it going. I said every single day that you wake up to your life, you are the one responsible for keeping it going. The life that you're complaining about, you're responsible for keeping it going. That toxic relationship, you're responsible for keeping it growing. The people that you've already outgrown, but you still allow those people to have access to you, you're responsible for keeping them going. You keeping everything going, beloved. Everything you complaining about, you're the one keeping it going. Been chosen. What's up, beloved? Queen Ella, I see you. One more time. Every day that you wake up in your life, you are the one continuing it. In other words, it doesn't have the power to choose you. Your life can't choose you. Your life doesn't have the power to choose you, beloved. You choosing your life. You choosing a relationship. You choosing a job. You choosing your friend. None of these things chose you. They don't have the power to choose you. There's not a single thing in your life right now that you can't walk away from if you wanted to. Not one thing. Get your power back and understand what the power is. That's the whole point of this message. God is looking at you like, what you praying to me for? You got all the power. I can't bring more power to your life than you already have. Nothing has power. That's what I made you for. You don't need to pray to me. You need to walk away from what's less than you deserve. You need to walk away from yesterday's version of you. You need to stop settling for less than you deserve. You need to stop tolerating disrespect. You need to stop showing up small. Once you do that, then come pray to me. Come pray to me after you stop tolerating disrespect. Come pray to me after you stop showing up small to your own life. Come pray to me after you let go of your attachments and everything you clinging to. Then come talk to me, because you won't have a single problem after you let go of all of that. Joseph, what's up, beloved? One more time. Every day that you wake up, you continue in the life that you're complaining about. You are repeatedly choosing it. You keep renewing it. The toxic relationship, you keep renewing it, beloved. The job that you complain about, you keep renewing it. The people that can't meet you where you need to be met, you keep renewing it. Every time you give those things your energy and attention, you renew the thing. You then sign up for a whole new subscription. Every time you give something your energy, you are resubscribing to the thing. That's what you're doing. And then you turn around and complain about what you keep resubscribing to. So your current circumstances are not the obstacle. That's the last thing you need to be focused on. Your current circumstances has never had any power over your life to begin with. You have been the one giving it power and authority over you every day. You're giving your circumstances power over you, people power over you, relationship power over you, job power over you. You all stressed out about what you're giving power to. How can you allow yourself to be depressed about something that you're giving power to? How can you be stressed out about something that you giving something power to? What do you mean you showing up small to a situation that you give power to? That makes no sense. I'm showing up small, but I got to give power to the person. The person doesn't have power. You give power to everything in your life. The moment I give you my energy, right now you're giving, let me qualify that in case you're struggling with it. Right now you're giving power to me. I don't have any power right now in this moment. You're giving me all my power. You're giving me all my power right now. At any point in time, you could just do this and scroll on past me. I can't come back in your life. I can't knock on your phone and say, please let me back. I can't do a thing. I have no power in your life. So look at everything in your life the same way that you're looking at me right now. You're giving me all my power because you're giving me your energy. You're giving me your time. You're giving me your attention. And I appreciate that. But I'm powerless in this moment. I can't do anything without your consent. But that's everyone in your life. You've been giving your power away to people that don't deserve it. You've been giving your power away to people that disrespect it. You've been giving your power away to people that don't honor your presence. What are we doing here? See, here's the problem. The person you insist on being is an energetic match to your current circumstances. Let that sink in. Just let that hit your spirit. The person you insist on being is an energetic match to your current circumstances. Your life won't change until you do. Your relationship won't change until you do. Your friendships won't change until you do. When you change, everything outside of you changes. Because everything outside of you is only a reflection, is only an expression of the current person that you identify as right now in this moment. Your relationship is an expression of who you identify as in this moment. Your job is an expression of the person you identify as in this moment. Your circle of friends and everything that's going on in your life right now, your current circumstances are just expressions of the person you choose to identify as right now in this moment. But all of that can change like that. Booby, I see you. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share the live to your stories or repost the live if you haven't already done so, please. Please share or repost the live. Lorena, I see you, beloved, to your stories if you haven't already done so, please. Baddest thing on the planet is you. I dare you to believe it. I said the baddest thing on the planet is you. I dare you to believe it. I need you to believe that. Damn, believe it in other people. I need you to believe that. Baddest thing on the planet is you. I dare you to believe it. Because once I'm identified as that, my reality has no choice but to become that. My reality always has to match the identity and who I identify as. Baddest thing on the planet is you, period. Believe that. Damn believing in people, damn believing in some friend, damn believing in some person that might walk out of your life tomorrow. Just believe that. And reality has no choice but to reflect what you believe. But it can't reflect what you don't believe about yourself. If you don't believe you're badass, your reality will never reflect that. If you don't believe that you are worthy of unconditional love, your reality will never reflect that. If you don't walk, act, talk, and think like you're the baddest thing moving, your reality will never reflect that. Your reality always reflects the person that you choose to identify as. That's what your current circumstances are saying about you right now. This is what you believe you deserve. This is what you tolerate. This is what you settle for. This is what you normalize. You want a different reality, become a different person. You want to have more, become more. Period. You can always have more, beloved, because you can become more. That relationship is not the best you're going to ever have. That job is not the best you're going to ever have. Your friends are not the best you're going to ever have. The life you are currently living is not the best you will ever have. It's only the one that's connected to who you identify as. Period. You can change all of that just like that. Joanna, what's up, beloved? See, your current circumstances, let me say it this way. Your current circumstances did not create themselves. This is where radical acceptance comes in. This is where radical accountability comes in. Come on, come on, come on, walk with me here. We ain't got time to point the finger at who did wrong and who did right. We don't have time for none of that. This is where radical accountability and radical acceptance comes into play. Your current circumstances did not create themselves. They didn't just show up. They cannot create themselves. The circumstances of your life came from somewhere. Somebody created them. They came out of you. They came from the version of yourself that you currently identify as. And that's okay. We're going to shift all of that. But I got to accept that first. I've got to accept that first. Or I have never changed my life. Because anything that I avoid, I'm a slave to. I can never conquer what I'm not willing to confront. So I got to confront that head up. Your current circumstances are the natural expression of the person you keep choosing to identify as. And here's the part that almost nobody sees. Because the conditions came from your current identity, they can only stay while the identity that produced them is still active. Your current circumstances will continue because the version of you that created the circumstances is still active right now. So that relationship won't change because the identity that created that relationship is still active. The people at the people at your job won't give you more respect because the identity that created those relationships is still active. We need to shut that identity down. Because as long as that identity is running, your reality will continue to be an energetic match to those circumstances and to who you identify as. Now we need to shut that down. That identity is not producing the life that we want. It's not producing the relationship we want. It's not producing the circumstances. Okay, well, why are we still running the identity? That can't take us where we want to be. See, the moment that your identity genuinely shifts, the conditions of your life have no choice but to renew themselves. Ain't got no choice. Your circumstances right now are only an expression of the person you choose to identify as. That's it. So we don't need to change, but that's the problem. Everybody is so focused on trying to change your situation, trying to change the circumstance. You focus on the wrong thing. The circumstances have no power. They are only a reflection of the person that you keep choosing to identify as. That relationship is a reflection. The job is a reflection. Your physical body is a reflection. Whatever's in your bank account is a reflection. It's all a reflection. It's just an expression of who you choose to identify as in this moment. It's all it is. So you don't need to focus on anything outside of yourself. I need to shift that identity now. That part right there, that part right there, but if you change you don't change the circumstances, you change you. When I change me, the circumstances has no choice but to change. Let me give you an example of it so I know you don't miss it. Let's say you don't work out. Coach, I ain't into fitness. You don't work out. But then we have a conversation and you decide to become the most fit version of yourself. In 6 months from now, your whole quality of life has changed. Now you drinking water and you working out 5 days a week. You eating clean. You feeling healthier. You getting your bounce back, your clothes and everything like that. Did we change the circumstances? No. We shifted out of the identity. We shifted out of the version of you that didn't work out. Now your circumstances has to reflect that new version of you. Come on, man, this ain't rocket science. Let's just say you in a toxic relationship. Coach, from this moment moving forward, I ain't tolerate no disrespect. From this moment moving forward, I'm speaking my truth. From this moment moving forward, I'm showing up for me. From this moment moving forward, I'm not going to cling or become attached to my partner. From this moment moving forward, I'm going to become the most disciplined version of me. The relationship changed like that. The moment that you decided that this is who I'm going to become and you stand in on business, the relationship just changed. The relationship was only a match. The toxic relationship was only a match to the version of yourself that you were choosing to identify as before you got on the phone with me. Once we had that conversation, you said you created your never again list. I ain't never going to do this again, never going to do that again, never going to do this again, never going to settle for that, never going to walk on eggshells. I'm going to do all of these things. The relationship changed like that. Now, your partner's still the same, but you're not. And we're going to have one of two things that's going to happen here. I'm going to either walk out of this relationship as this new version of me, or my partner is going to catch up to the new me. One of the two going to happen. This is what I'm saying. So did you change your circumstances? No, you didn't change your circumstances. Did you change the relationship? No, you changed yourself. When you changed yourself, the relationship had no choice but to mirror your new identity. Everything in reality can only mirror the person that you choose to identify as in this moment. I'm not very disciplined, coach. Okay, well, let's go maximum on the discipline. Let's go maximum on your character. Let's go maximum on the integrity. Let's go maximum on you investing in yourself. Let's go maximum on you believing in yourself. Let's go maximum on you reckoning. Your whole life then changed. Whole life then changed. Did we change your reality? No. We changed you. And when we changed you, your reality had to catch up to your new identity. That's all we did. If you don't get this right here, you'll never get it. This ain't the live stream for you. If you ain't picking up what I'm laying down, this is not the live stream for you, beloved. There's a version of yourself that you are in the dark when no one else is watching. That version is hurting you. That's why the stuff that's showing up in your life is showing up in your life. So you might procrastinate too much, make too many excuses. You don't turn every should into a must. You don't understand your shadow. You don't understand impermanence. You don't understand why the negative emotions are showing up in your life. You don't understand your programming and conditioning. You don't understand your childhood trauma. That's why your life looks the way it looks. It's a reflection of the person that you are currently identifying as in this moment. When we shift that through a self-awareness, self-mastery, emotional intelligence, raising your consciousness, a character, integrity, discipline, and understanding impermanence, understanding your trauma, changing your relationship with your past, changing your relationship with fear, depression, anxiety, imposter syndrome, everything changes. Everything has to change to reflect that new identity. Does it change overnight? No, it doesn't change overnight because your current circumstances is only the movie to every version of yourself that you've been leading up to this moment. So some things are going to happen instantaneously, and then some things are going to happen on a delay. Because what's showing up in your life right now is the byproduct of decisions and choices that you've made over the last year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever the case may be. That's what's showing up in your reality right now. Not yesterday's decision, but the culmination of all of the decisions that you've been making leading up to this moment. So once we shift your identity, there's going to be a lag there. Once that lag happens, everything is going to start to show up after that. Everybody got that? Do me a favor real quick, you guys, share the live or repost the live to your stories, please. Share or repost the live to your stories, please, if you haven't already done so. Stephen, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. What girl, so good to see you. Even though. So for a lot of you guys, you're changing your identity right now. Through self-awareness, self-mastery, emotional intelligence, consciousness. You're showing up every day. You're putting in the work, discipline, consistency, integrity. You're showing up every day. You're putting in the work, and your external reality is changing to match this new version of yourself that you're becoming. It has no choice but to do that. Yeti Berry, what's up, beloved? Again, share or repost a live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Please, I appreciate you. Nephew, I see you, beloved. Everything is changing. It's changing right now as we speak. See, let me say that one more time. The moment that your identity genuinely shifts, the conditions have no choice but to renew themselves. They cannot self-sustain. Nothing in your current reality can self-sustain. Your job is not to fight against your current circumstances, because your current circumstances are not the problem. The way out is to change the identity that's responsible for producing the life that you no longer desire. In this moment, stop fighting with your current circumstances, beloved. Stop complaining about your job. Your job is not the problem. Stop complaining about the relationship. The relationship is not the problem. Stop complaining about your kids' behavior. Stop complaining about what people aren't giving you. None of those things are the problem. They're the expression to the original problem. That's the part that I need you to understand. Only I can change my current reality. I don't need to focus on what's outside of me. I need to change me. I need to change. And when I change, I simultaneously change what's showing up in my life. But fighting your circumstances and stressing yourself out because of your circumstances, you don't like what's showing up, but you're not taking care of the original problem, it's only causing you to suffer unnecessarily. You suffering for no reason. See, let me break it down to you in a way that I know you can't miss it. Your mind is the most sophisticated projector in the history of mankind. And your reality is just a screen, beloved. That's all it is. One more time. Your mind is the most sophisticated projector in the history of this planet. Ain't a movie theater in the world that can do what your mind can do. But your current reality is just a screen. The screen has no power because it only carries what the projector keeps projecting. That's all it can do. You sit here fighting with the screen. Fighting with the screen is not the problem. You try to rearrange the characters on the screen and all these other things like that. No, that's not the problem. The problem is coming from the projector, not the screen. Whatever shows up on the screen is too late. It's too late. One more time, the screen has no power because it only carries what the projector keeps projecting. You're suffering because you're trying to change what's appearing on the screen. You looking at your body, you saying, I don't like my body. Okay, well, your body is not the problem. Your body is only the expression of the original problem. The problem is your eating habits. The problem is you don't work out consistently. The problem is you don't eat clean. That's the problem. But you're sitting here punishing yourself because you don't like your body. But your body is not the problem. Your body is only an expression of the original problem. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? So don't look in the mirror and talk about you don't like yourself. No, do something about it. Change the identity. The person that you're currently identifying as in that moment will only continue to create a body like the one you have right now. That's what I need you to understand. If I want to be more fit, if I want muscles everywhere and big shoulders and big chest, I'm not going to do it with the person I'm identifying as right now. I've got to shift my identity. Consume more carbs, get more protein, lift heavier at the gym, maybe get me a strength trainer. That's what I have to do. And then once I do that and shift into that new identity, I get the body that I want. But I don't need to complain about the one that I have, because complaining only lowers my vibrational frequency. The worst thing you could ever do in the history of this planet is to complain about something that you're creating. Your physical body right now, as it is currently constructed, is only an expression of the person that you choose to identify as. Your relationship is only an expression of the person you choose to identify as. Your financial situation, whether you a billionaire, you got $2 in your bank account, is only an expression of the person you choose to identify as. You can always change that like that, but you don't ever complain. Because complaining punishes the creator within you. Now your vibrational frequency is lowered. Now you sad, moody, gloomy, and upset. Now you don't feel like the best, most powerful version of yourself. The power is in your hands, beloved. That's why you should feel, that's where your energy should come from. The power is in you. It's not in what's showing up outside of you, it's in you. You can change your life like that. Just like that. But you can't do it if you're punishing yourself for what's showing up in your 3D reality. Everybody picking up when I'm sitting down? Has everybody got it here? Have I left anybody on the trail somewhere a mile back? Got it. Jessica, I see you, beloved. Lamika, I see you. Miska, I got you. I got you. Melissa, I see you, beloved. Yvette, I see you, beloved. Okay, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. So you got to look at your life and you got to see what is it about my life that I don't love? Wilder, I appreciate you, beloved. Now, money can be money. If money is your purpose, and if money is something that you're going after, money is something that you're going after, and that part I get. But what I would say to you is the version of yourself that you are right now can't produce more money than the money that you want. Right? I don't know what that number looks like for you. I don't know what your definition of money is, because we all have a different definition of success and happiness and money and wealth and abundance and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know what that looks like for you. But my point is that who you are right now can't produce more than you're already receiving. So if you want to create more financial abundance for yourself, you've got to shift out of your identity, right? You got to stop identifying as the person that you are right now. And you've got to shift into that, whether you are going to make some different investments, whether you are going to, whatever it is you're going to do. I don't know what your thing is, and I don't know enough about what you have going on. But what I'm saying is that, focusing on the money itself is not the thing. Focusing on the version of myself that attracts that level of money, that kind of money, that's the thing. I've got to become the person that earns that, right? That's the key. I've got to become it first. I can't attract what I'm not willing to become. I will never receive what I'm not the energetic match to. Does that make sense? So because you already are money. You don't become money. Money is what you already are. All you do is produce money, but you also produce problems, but you also produce suffering, but you also produce pain, right? You also produce other things, but you're always you're a master manifester. So it's just about, there's probably just some small shifts in your identity that you need to make to bring the type of wealth in or abundance in that you want for yourself. You can become the most fit version of you. You can become the wealthiest version of you. You can become the most powerful version of you. You can become the most fearless version of yourself. Every version of you is available to you right now. That's all I need you to understand. That's what the whole purpose of this message is. The only thing that's stopping you is that the current version of you, who you are identifying as right now, there's some things that that version of you is doing that won't allow you to become the new you. In other words, you can't be the new you and the old you at the same time. I've got to completely shift out of this identity. I can't identify with this version of me anymore. I've got to become this new person, right? Shift into this new identity. It's just a shift in mindset, shift in consciousness. That's all you're doing. See, let me give you a great example of what I'm saying. My goal is to become the most powerful speaker in history. Period. So my point is that, okay, if that's my goal, okay, what am I willing to give up? What am I willing to walk away from? What does that version of me do that the current version of me is not doing right now? What's different from that future version of me and the version of me that I currently identify as? Right. So once I sit down and I figure out what that difference is, then I've got to eliminate that. This person has high character, high integrity, high discipline, doesn't procrastinate, operates from transparency. There's all of these different things. I study, I grow, I evolve, right? I'm putting in the work when no one else is watching. My dark and my light match, right? In order for me to become that person, there's certain things that I'm going to have to do. There's certain things that I'm going to have to walk away from, or I'll never become that person. But it wasn't because that person wasn't available. It's because I wasn't willing to do the things to make that a part of my reality. That's the only thing that's keeping you from the life that you want in this moment. There's certain things that you're probably not willing to do or not willing to walk away from to become that person that you ultimately want to be, because you have the power to do it right now. Right now in this moment, you got the power to do it. There's not a single person that you can't become right now in this moment. But in order to become who you want to be, you're going to have to walk away from who you used to be. And that's the part that most people don't want to give up. They don't want to give up who they've been. So you never become the person that you can be. See, here's the thing. The most powerful version of you doesn't tolerate disrespect. The most powerful version of you doesn't show up small. The most powerful version of you speaks her truth. The most powerful version of you has high character, high integrity. She's a high value person. The most powerful version of you, she has no attachment, so that means that she's fearless. The most powerful version of you understands her programming and conditioning. She understands her childhood trauma. She understands her spiritual contract. She understands impermanence. She understands that it's a pleasure and an honor to meet her in every room she walks in. See, that's her. The most powerful version of you, she's disciplined. The most powerful version of you, she's consistent. She shows up. She says exactly what she feels when she feels it. Because if she doesn't speak her truth, she just creates a new wound within herself that she's going to have to heal from. So that's what I'm saying. But that version of you is available to you right now. She doesn't shrink in the moment. She's not afraid to lose anyone. She speaks her truth at all times because she understands that not speaking her truth is just a punishment that she has herself. She's available to you right now. She lives within you right now. You're building her right now. Let me qualify that. You've never been the person that you are in this moment. If you've been with me for at least 6 months to a year, you've never been this version of you. But this version of you was always in you. It wasn't something that was outside of you. It was something that was always there. But as we started to let go of what was no longer working for you, she slowly started to emerge. She slowly started to evolve. You just were chipping away at her. Every day you were chipping away at her. like a sculptor, chipping away at the statue. Every single day you've been chipping away at her, but she's available to you right now. That's what I'm saying. The future is not outside of you, beloved. The future is in you. Everything that you will ever be, you already are in this moment. You're in possession of. But through awareness and through self-mastery and through emotional intelligence and through discipline and character and integrity, you're chipping away at who you all were always meant to be. Now, for some of you guys, the statue may never get finished because you don't have the discipline, you don't have the character, you don't have the integrity, you don't have the consistency, you're not willing to show up for yourself. But the statue is already complete inside. And every single day that you show up, you're just chipping away at it. You're chipping away at it. You're chipping away at it. You're already the masterpiece. But right now, you're the work in progress, leading yourself to the masterpiece. Will you get there? That's the $1 billion question. Will you get to the masterpiece? Is already in you. It's the same way when you go buy a block of marble. Think about what I'm saying. When that sculptor goes and he buys a block of marble, the masterpiece is already in the marble. Now, when you walk up to the marble's solid. It's 6 feet tall. You like, look at this solid block of marble. It looks like it weighs a ton, but the masterpiece is already inside. But every time he chips away and chips away and chips away at what no longer needs to be there, the masterpiece gets revealed. And that's what God is trying to wake us up to. The masterpiece is already in you. But your character, your integrity, your discipline, your consistency, your believing in yourself, showing up for yourself, being the priority in your own life, loving yourself unconditionally, putting in the work every single day is only chipping away at the masterpiece that you already are. Most people never discover the masterpiece because they're too busy chasing other people's. They're too busy marveling at other people's masterpiece to understand the masterpiece that they carry inside. How the hell I'm a marvel at your masterpiece and I got one too. And my masterpiece might be far more stunning than yours. My masterpiece may be far more off the chain, far more powerful than your masterpiece ever could be. But I'll never discover mine because I'm too busy looking at yours. I'm too busy daydreaming about how you became the most powerful version of yourself. When everything that you did to become who you are is everything that I have the power and the ability to become who I need to be. That's all he's trying to wake us up to. He's like, why are you putting them people on a pedestal when you got a masterpiece inside of you too that's never been revealed before? Have you ever met the most powerful version of you? Have you had the opportunity to meet the most disciplined version of you? Have you met that version of you that consistently loves yourself unconditionally? Have you met that version of you that shows up for you more than anybody else on the planet? Have you met the version of you that never shrinks, never shows up small, never settles for less than you deserve? If you haven't met that version of you, don't put no other person on a pedestal before you. Until you become that person, don't place any other person on a pedestal above yourself. That's what he's trying to wake us up to. You said you're becoming that version of you. I love it, beloved. Period. Man, we coming. I need to see what your masterpiece looks like before I marvel at somebody else's. I'm sorry, I just got to see it. I got to see it. And that's the whole purpose of our time. That's the purpose of our energy. That's the purpose of our attention, is to build the masterpiece called us. Not we, them, and they. To build the masterpiece called you. That's what he gave you your time for. He didn't give you your time to build somebody else's masterpiece and invest in somebody else's masterpiece. And then we don't discover what you are. That's not what he gave you your time for. That's not what your life is about. Your life was never about other people. We make it about other people, but it's not about other people. It's about you and who you can become. You have a whole masterpiece inside of you. We ain't discovered none of that. We buying tickets to see other people's masterpieces, traveling all across the country to see somebody else's masterpiece, and waiting in line to see somebody else's masterpiece. No, wait in line to see your masterpiece. Brock, what's up, beloved? Lynn, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. So one more time, all of your suffering is coming because you trying to change what's on the screen. What's on the screen of your life, beloved, it's not what's important. Man, it's important at all. So I don't need to focus on the relationship. I don't need to focus on the job. I don't need to focus on my friends. I don't need to focus on the people that's disrespecting me. All of those things are just expressions of the person that I choose to identify as right now in this moment. That narcissist is an expression of you. That toxic relationship is an expression. I'm not changing the expression. I got to change it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and argue with the person. I'm not going to sit here and fight with the person. The person is only expression, something that's in me internally. We talked about this yesterday. That's your curriculum. Whatever is showing up in your life right now, that's what God is saying. The present moment is a master teacher. It's your curriculum. If there's a toxic relationship showing up right now, that's your curriculum. That job that you don't love anymore, that's your curriculum. The people that disrespect you, that's your curriculum, because I need to change me. The moment I change me, I change what I experience. But if I just complain about everything in my life, I change nothing. I change my vibrational frequency, that's for sure. Now I'm suffering. Now I need to go talk to the therapist. I need somebody to pump me up. I need to be motivated and inspired. Now, you don't need to be pumped up. You need to stop identifying with the version of yourself that keeps bringing you down. I appreciate the gifts, you guys. Yeah, booby, another person's masterpiece can't do anything for you. Can't do nothing for you. Somebody else's masterpiece does nothing for your masterpiece. I don't give them how much money you pay to see it. It does. You should have spent that money yourself. Irish, what's up, beloved? See, this is what I mean when I say that the world has no power of its own. The world does not have its own engine. I don't know if y'all realize that or not. Did you guys know that? The world does not have its own engine. You the engine. The world doesn't have its own engine. The engine is you. For that relationship, the engine is you. For all your friendships, the engine is you. For what's going on with your kids, the engine is you. You're the engine. Your job, you're the engine. The engine being a metaphor for your energy and attention. Without your energy and attention, nothing in your life can survive right now. Everything needs your energy and attention, or it dies immediately. Take your energy and attention away from the relationship is dead. Take your energy and attention away from your friendships, the friendships are over. Take your energy and attention away from your job, the job is over. The moment that you remove your energy and attention from everything, the thing that you remove your energy and attention from dies immediately. I said immediately. I didn't say there was a gap there. I said immediately. Which means, where's the power coming from, Coach? It's coming from me. How am I showing up to the toxic relationship, but I'm feeding my energy and attention? I'm showing up to the job that I don't like, but I'm feeding my energy and attention. I'm hanging out with this circle of friends who talk about me behind my back when I'm not there, but I'm feeding my energy and attention. Everything in your life right now, beloved, you're feeding. It can only survive because you're giving it your energy and attention. So God is like, why are you praying to me about the very things that you are feeding? If you stop feeding it, you won't need to pray to me. You giving your energy and attention to the past is creating your depression. You giving your energy and attention to the future is creating your anxiety. You giving your energy and attention to what you don't have is creating your unhappiness. This is what he's saying. You giving your energy and attention to the very things that's hurt you the most. But you praying to me to fix the thing. No, we need to fix the identity. We don't need to fix me. I don't need to give you the blessing. You are the blessing. I don't need to bless your life. Your life is already a blessing. You just need to stop identifying as a version of yourself that can't produce the life that you want for you anymore. And that's okay. Once I understood it, not conceptually, but spiritually, where it matters most. Look at your life right now. It doesn't have to be what it is. Your relationship doesn't have to be what it is. That job that you complain about doesn't have to be what it is. The people that you hang out with, these are all things that you're choosing. I'm choosing this body that I have right now. I'm choosing the mindset that I have right now. I'm choosing the quality of life that I have right now. I either love it or I don't. The world does not have its own engine, beloved. It does not self sustain. It does not decide what happens next. The world outside of you doesn't have the power to decide what happens next in your life. You do that. Your world is a running expression of your current identity. Let me say that one more time. Your world is a running expression of your current identity, which means every difficult condition in your life is only continuing because it's still being expressed by your current identity. Let me repeat that. Every difficult condition in your life currently is only continuing because it's still being expressed by your current identity. The toxic relationship is an expression of your current identity. What you tolerate or settle for in life is an expression of your current identity. The love you believe you deserve is an expression of your current identity. So we don't need to change the world. We need to change the version of you that you've identified with that's creating the world that you no longer love. Because if we don't change your identity, you will never change your life. One more time, if we don't change your identity, you'll never change your life. Your life will not change until your identity does. See, the moment your identity changes, the conditions of your life will faithfully follow. The conditions of your life will always follow your current identity. But everything outside of you right now in this moment is powerless. That's the part that I want you to take away from this message. Nothing outside of you has power. Nothing. Stop giving things power over you that are powerless. Here's the medicine. Here's the medicine. Here's the medicine. Here's the medicine. The reason why the world seems to have power over you is because the effect happens on delay. You are the cause. Everything in your external reality is the effect. The effect is never the problem. The effect is never the problem. The effect is never the problem. The cause is. So we don't need to change the effect. Let me say that one more time. The reason why the world seems to have power over you currently is because effect happens on delay. When you shift your identity today, the outer world does not update tonight. And that's one of the biggest mistakes we make. You'll shift your identity today thinking that tonight is going to be different. See, when you shift your identity today, the outer world does not update tonight. The conditions that were produced by 20 years of you holding a certain identity have accumulated momentum, beloved. They will not vanish overnight. There is a lag there. Sometimes it takes weeks. Sometimes it takes months between the inner shift and the outer expression. Does everybody understand that? Let me make sure I didn't lose anybody. Does everyone completely understand that? Sharon, I see you, beloved. Rich, I see you. Now, there are certain things that when you shift your identity are going to happen instantaneously, right? Certain things will happen instantaneously, and certain things will take time, right? I'm going to be very clear. Somebody said they want me to repeat it. Let me repeat it one more time. The reason why the world seems to have power over you currently is because the effect happens on delay. One more time. You're the cause. Everything in your external reality is the effect. You are the cause. Everything in your external reality is the effect. You don't need to focus on what's showing up in your life. That's just the effect. It's coming from the cause. Okay, that's the part that I want you to focus on. So you don't need to say, I don't like my body. You don't need to say, I don't like my job. You don't need to say, I don't like my relationships. You don't need to say, I don't like my friends. I've outgrown them. You don't need to say, I don't like the house anymore. I don't like my car anymore. You don't need to talk about that. That's you wasting energy. Those things are powerless. They're just the effect. That's all they are. So when you start complaining about the effects, you lower your vibrational frequency. You make it impossible for you to love yourself in that moment. There's no happiness there. There's no joy there. There's no peace there. Not because God removed it, not because reality removed it, because your lack of self-awareness did. So you don't ever complain about the effect. You don't complain about the effects because the effects aren't the problem. They're just reflections of the cause. You wanted that car at some point in time, you got it. Now you don't like it anymore. You wanted that job at some point in time, you got it. Now you don't like it anymore. You wanted the relationship at some point in time, maybe you've outgrown it. Now you don't like it anymore. Okay, but those are just the effects. They don't have any power. They're just the effects. I got to focus on the cause. But if I complain about the effects, I lower my vibrational frequency. What happens when you lower your vibrational frequency? Unconditional love, gone. Happiness, gone. Peace, gone. Joy, gone. I never complain about the effects. The effects are only expressions of things that I once used to desire. Every effect in your life currently is just an expression of something that you once used to desire. And maybe you've outgrown the thing, and that's okay. But you don't complain about the thing because that's only going to punish you. Did everybody got that part right there? From this moment moving forward, don't complain about anything showing up in your life right now. Don't complain about anything showing up in your external reality because it's just an expression of something that you once used to like, something that you once used to love, something that you once used to care about. You used to like that job. Maybe you don't like it anymore. Okay, but we don't need to complain about it. You used to like the relationship. Maybe you don't like it anymore. Okay, but we don't need to complain about it. Your friends, you used to buddy with them everywhere you went. Okay, but maybe you don't like them anymore. Maybe you've outgrown them, and that's okay. But we don't need to complain about it. They're just the effects. They have no power. All their power comes from you. Aquarian Goddess, what's up, beloved? That's day one family right there. Day one family right there. Okay, so everybody got that. Cali girl, I see you, beloved. Yeah, so I don't ever complain about the effects. That's like, let me give you an example. Let me give you a great example of this. Let's say you put your outfit on right now. You put this outfit on. Okay, you're me right now. You put this outfit on. You're like, Coach, I don't like this outfit. Okay, but the outfit doesn't have power. The outfit is powerless. So if I'm sitting there, hey, I don't like this sweater, and I wish I had a different sweater, I'm just punishing myself. The outfit is powerless. So everything in your life is like this outfit. It doesn't have any power. All of its power comes from you. Whether you think it's the best outfit in the world or the worst. So if I don't like the outfit, I just need to change it. I don't need to complain about it. I don't need to waste a fiber of energy complaining about the outfit. I just need to change it. If I don't like my relationship, I need to change it. I don't like the job, I need to change it. I've outgrown my friends. I need to find some new friends that can meet me where I want to be met. But I don't need to complain because complaining only punishes the creator in you. I need to be operating at the highest vibrational frequency. I don't have time to complain. Complaining energy is weak energy. Write that down. Complaining energy is weak energy. Because the same energy that it takes you to complain is the same energy that it would have taken you to change the thing that you are complaining about. Star, I see you, beloved. Yeah, the same energy that it takes you to complain about the situation is the same energy that it takes for you to change this. It makes no sense for you to change the situation that you're complaining about. So you never complain. Never complain. You never complain. Please, I'm begging you, don't ever complain, because what you're complaining about is only something that you once used to like, something that you once used to love. That's why it's showing up in your reality. And again, maybe you've outgrown the thing. Maybe you've upgraded your mindset. Maybe you've upgraded your level of consciousness to where something that you once used to love no longer does it for you anymore. And I get that part, but you don't complain, beloved. That's what God is saying. See, this is where gratitude comes from. You say, God, I've outgrown this. He said, okay, beloved, let it go. God, I've outgrown the relationship. Okay, beloved, let it go. I've outgrown the job. It doesn't sustain me anymore. Let it go. This is what he's saying. That's gratitude. That's real gratitude, where I don't complain about the thing. I just use that energy to change the thing that I would have been complaining about. I just remove the thing and I get something better. Somebody else is going to love that job that I walk away from. Somebody else is going to love that partner that I walk away from. Somebody else is going to love those friends that I walk away from. But maybe those things don't suit me anymore. Does that make sense? Because the life that you've outgrown, somebody else is praying for right now. The very life you complaining about, somebody praying can't wait to step into. I guarantee it, anything you complaining about right now, somebody can't wait to get. Joy, I see you, beloved. Come on, divine slip. Come on, divine slip. That right there. One man's trash is another man's treasure. That very person that you talk about, I can't stand, somebody else gonna fall head over heels in love with that person. The very person you said I can't stand, somebody gonna fall head over heels in love with them. That very job that you complaining about, to somebody else, that's their dream job. That job that you stressed out on your way to work every single day, you got to listen to all the podcasts just to get to work and make it through your day. For somebody else, that's their dream job. That house that you complaining about, that you were so excited when you got the beginning, that's somebody's dream home. Somebody praying right now for that very house that you complaining about, that very apartment you complaining about. That's all I'm saying. And it's okay to outgrow your lifestyle. It's okay to outgrow certain people. Because what may have made sense yesterday may not make sense today. That relationship may have made sense yesterday. It may not make sense today. The job may have made sense yesterday. It may not make sense today. Your circle of friends may have made sense yesterday. They may not make sense today. And that's okay, but you don't complain. That's the part that God is talking about. He said, because when you start complaining, you take yourself out of alignment with me. The moment you start complaining, you're no longer operating on the same vibrational frequency that God is operating on. Your job is to always stay in alignment with him. So I'm not going to complain about anything. I may need to exercise some patience. I may need to do that, but I'm not going to complain. Because complaining lowers my frequency, which takes me out of alignment with him. That's why I don't complain. Not because I'm better than you, because I don't want to be out of alignment with him. I don't want to be out of alignment with unconditional love. I can't do my job for you guys and show up for you guys and perform for you guys if I walk around with as this low vibrational version of myself, because I'm complaining about a life that I created. That part right there, Jazz. And that's what keeps you in gratitude. That's really what gratitude is. I just don't complain about anything. Because I know somebody else is praying to get the very thing I'm complaining about. That part right there, Sandy, that part right there, beloved. And this piece right here, you guys, this piece, I'm going to give everybody in the community this piece. You guys going to have, I'm telling you, this piece right here, it might be the coldest one that our community is ever touched. I'm going to give it to you exactly how this piece right here is going to be the piece that shifts everything for you. It's going to be the piece, especially for you guys that's been rocking with me for a minute. When I put this piece in the community, once you understand this, you in a whole different league. So let me go over this piece. Let me go over this one piece right quick. Yeah, Percy. Yeah, Percy. I'm telling you, beloved. I'm telling you. So one more time, let me say this. Let me say this right now. The reason why the world seems to have power over you is because the effect happens on delay. When you shift your identity today, the outer world will not update tonight, beloved. The conditions that were produced by 20 years of you holding a certain identity has accumulated momentum, right? They won't vanish overnight. And there will be a lag. Sometimes that lag will take weeks. Sometimes that lag will take months. And sometimes it'll be instantaneous. It's situational. Here's the problem. It's inside of the lag that most people lose faith. That's the part that God is paying attention to. I'm gonna give you the news flash now. That's the part that he's paying attention to. Let me just wake you up to the truth. Let me tap you on the shoulder and whisper that in your ear. That's the part that he's paying attention to. That's where you lose your faith, right there. In that gap, in that lag. Let me say it one more time. It's inside of the lag that most people lose faith. They change their identity on Monday and they expect to see results on Tuesday. And when Tuesday rolls around and nothing has changed, they convince themselves, oh, it's not going to work for me. The conditions of your life are not persisting because they have power. They are persisting because you keep feeding them who you've always been. The world cannot know that you want things to change, beloved. The world can't read your mind. So the way God sees it, he's looking at your life like you keep feeding the very things that you're praying to me about. You're giving the relationship your energy and attention, but you're praying for a new man. You're giving the job your energy and attention, but you're praying for a new job. You're giving your friends the energy and attention, but you're praying for me to bring new friends. He's like, what? I don't understand. You want me to remove the very thing that you currently feed? See, the only way the world can't know that you want things to change because the world can't read your mind. One more time, the world doesn't have an engine of its own. You're the engine. You're the engine for everything in your current reality right now. You're giving me all my power right now. I am completely powerless in this moment. There's nothing I can do that you don't authorize. And if you're still holding the same identity that produced the conditions you no longer want, then the conditions will remain faithful to the life you're already living. Not because they have power, but because you have not stopped generating them. Once I no longer identify as that version of me, I no longer generate the life that I see. Your life is being generated in this moment by the person you choose to identify as. The moment I stop identifying as that person, I stop feeding the life. When I stop feeding the life, it will dissolve on its own. That's what I'm trying to wake you up to. B57, you said you got it, beloved? Watch this right here. Here goes the medicine right here. Here's the medicine right here. Juliet, what's up, beloved? That's family right there. That's fam. Watch this right here. I want to give you a very specific image. We talk in words, but we think in pictures. So let me paint this portrait for you, please. Because this is where the teaching becomes usable. I want you to imagine that everything in your outer life is a set of shapes made by smoke. Let me say that one more time. I want you to imagine that everything in your outer life is a set of shapes made by smoke. Not stone, not steel, smoke. The shapes hold their form only because you are continuously breathing them into being from inside of yourself. Your job, your bank account, your relationships, your health, your circumstances, every one of them is a shape made of smoke, held together entirely by the breath of your current identity. If the breath continues, the shapes hold. If the breath changes, the shapes begin to change simultaneously. If the breath fully shifts, the shapes eventually dissolve. And different shapes begin to form in that moment. Everything in your life is just like smoke. When you think about smoke, smoke has no power. Smoke has no power. You're the fire, but you're holding everything together. Everything in your life can vanish the same way that smoke does. But the person that you are currently identifying as is what's holding all of the shapes together. When I shift out of that identity, the smoke goes away. I bring that identity back, the smoke returns. That's what's important for us to understand. Everybody catch that? Don't lose that faith. Don't lose that faith. In that gap, in that lag, don't lose that faith. Do not lose that faith. That's where you need to exercise patience. See, all of your belief is coming from what you can see. Everything that you believe in, you can only believe in something that you can see. Faith comes from what you can't see. So the same way that you created the circumstances that maybe you no longer love, is the same way that you're going to create the circumstances that you absolutely adore. Once I shift out of that current identity, once I make the shift, I understand there may be a lag. There may be a couple weeks. It may be a few months. I don't know. But what I know is this: the same way that I was able to create, if I can create what I don't want, then I can create what I do. If you can love the wrong person that much, just imagine how much you can love the right person. Just think about that. If you can love the wrong person that much, just imagine how much you can love the right person, the person that loves you the way you love them back. Same thing applies to your life. If you can build the wrong life, then you can build the right one. It requires the same energy. If you can build a life that you no longer love, you can build a life that you're going to be head over heels for. It's the same energy. right? Same energy. Fall in love with the lag. JG, what's up, beloved? That's what I'm trying to wake you up to. Fall in love with the lag. I know it's coming. Roger, you so welcome, beloved. I know it's coming. I ain't worried about nothing. It's coming. That's all I need to be concerned about. Period. I know it's coming. And for some of you guys that have been rocking with me for a long time, for at least 6 months or better, consistently 6 months or better, you didn't know you were going to become the version of yourself that you are right now? As far as self-awareness and self-mastery and emotional intelligence and consciousness, you didn't see this version of you coming. What did you do? You were patient. You didn't become this version of yourself overnight. Come on now, let's live in the truth. You did not become this powerful overnight. There was a lag there from who you were and who you ultimately ended up becoming. And then we're not even anywhere near, but you've been doing it this whole time. Okay, don't fall apart now. Don't get impatient now. You've been doing it. But you got to sit down with who you are currently, and you got to look at what is the current version of me doing that the most powerful version of me would never do. I said, look at that from a spiritual perspective, not from your ego, not your persona, not your reputation. I want you to sit down with yourself and have a come to Jesus moment. I want you to sit down with yourself, and I want you to be brutally. I don't need you to tell me. I don't even need to know. What I want you to do is this: sit down with yourself and ask yourself this question: what is the current version of me doing that the future version of me would never do? Whether that's you drinking, you smoking, you popping some designer, something you getting off the street, you got some addiction to adult content, you got some addiction to gambling, you got the attachments, you clinging to things, you procrastinating, you making excuses, you're not showing up, you're not putting in the work. What is the current version of you doing that the future version of you would never do? And be brutally honest with yourself. What are you doing in the dark when no one else is watching that the future version of you would never do? Because whatever you come up with is that very thing that's keeping you from getting to the next level. What is she doing? What is he doing? There's something going on there. See, anytime you can't make it to the next level, it's because there's something in your current level that's keeping you anchored there. It can be one thing. It can be one thing. That's when it comes to God, it only takes the one thing. There's some obstacle, something that you attach to, something that you're clinging to, something that you're reaching for when nobody's around, something that makes you comfortable, puts you in your zone, puts you in your mood. What's that thing? What's that thing? And I'm going to tell you what's crazy. You already know what the thing is. You ain't got to go searching for it. You know what it is right now. As soon as I said it, it popped straight into your mind. That's what he's waiting for. That's what surrender means. That's what surrender means, beloved. Now, if you don't want to let go of the thing, fine. But just understand, if you don't let go of the thing, it's going to keep you on the level that you're at right now. So that thing better be powerful. That thing better be off the chain. That thing better be able to create generational wealth for you, because it's going to keep you stuck on the level that you're on right now. And while you're trying to build this new identity, it won't let you build it. You will never step into that new identity because you're still clinging to the old identity. You're still identifying as the old identity. For some of you guys, that's why you can't make the shift. There's something that there's something that the old version of you, somehow, some way, that version of you is benefiting you somehow, some way. That's the only way you won't walk completely away from that person. It's because something that you're doing when nobody else is watching, something that you're doing that's still bringing some type of value to you, whether that's a dopamine rush, whether that's something emotional, whether that's something, it's something that it's doing. something that helps you mask your pain, something that distracts you. There's something there. And I'm not here to tell you to let go of it. I'm here to let you know what's keeping you from that life that you want. It can be something in your relationship. You're not loyal to your partner. You transform into a different version of yourself when you're not with your partner. There's something there. There's something that's out of alignment there. See, when it comes to God, everything is about alignment. Your job is to be aligned with him. And whoever it is you currently identifying with is out of alignment with him. This is why we don't get the blessings that we want, because we're out of alignment. Not because you're not praying hard enough. Yeah, so whatever your one thing is, just make sure it's worth it. That's all I'm saying. It better be worth it. If it's gonna cost you the most powerful version of you, if it's gonna cost you the next level of life, it better be worth it. That thing better date you, take you all over the world, put you on private jets, put you in the best houses, put you in the best mansions, put you in the best everything. It better be worth it. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna cling to it, if you're gonna let it cost you the future version of you, it better be worth it. I'm telling you now, it better be worth it. You better be able to keep this thing in your life forever. And it's like a credit card. It's going to take you everywhere you want to go in life. It better be worth it. Because that's what he's saying. You getting ready to gamble everything that I have for you. You getting ready to gamble it away for something that's giving you a moment of pleasure, a moment of fun, a moment of excitement. It better be worth it. That's all I'm saying. Let me, you're welcome, beloved. You're welcome, Woods. That part right there, Yvette, that part right there, beloved. Yeah, purpose over everything, purpose over everything, especially if you are a chosen one. It has to be purpose over everything. And chosen ones normally carry some addiction. If you're a chosen one, there's probably some addiction that you're battling, right? Because there's always going to be, for a chosen one, there's always going to be a huge, huge obstacle that you have to overcome. And whatever that addiction is, you've had it for a long time, right? You know, and it's that final, if you are truly a chosen one, there's some addiction that you have. Something that you, and I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. You doing all the stuff. You doing the work. You showing up. You consistent as hell. You read the material. See the chosen ones. We a beast. All of the stuff, whatever's required, we ain't got no problem with that. But it's that one thing. It's that one thing that you like, and in your mind you thinking, this can't be the thing that's gonna stop me from becoming. It can't be this. It can't be this thing. Like, God wouldn't be tripping on me for this. You negotiating with yourself. And then you might hear something historical. Oh, the people in the past, you know, this person did this person did that. I'm only doing what they used to do. You negotiating with yourself. You trying to figure out every way to keep the thing and become the person that you want to be at the same time. I already know your struggle because I didn't have it. I'm talking about, I'm super crafty. I'm like, well, they drank wine back in the day and they did this and they did that, and God let them go out and change the world. He gonna tell you ain't there. Your calling is different. See, we're carrying a weight that no generation in history has ever had to carry. Nobody's dealing with what we got to deal with. I'm going to tell you that right now. No person in human history has to deal with what we have to deal with. Jesus didn't even have to deal with what we're dealing with. And the reason why I'm saying that is this, and I'm saying this with the highest level of respect. He didn't have a social media where people just showing all up in your body. He was only dealing with the people that were in front of him at that time. He only dealt with the people that were in front of him. We dealing with 8 billion people. All 8 billion people have access to you right now. If you got a platform, all 8 billion people can have access to you. He wasn't dealing with that. They didn't have all of the distractions back then. They didn't have to deal with all of the stuff that we have to deal with now. Life is different. Pressures are different. Everything is different. Everything is different now. I'm not saying they didn't go through stuff. It's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying everything is different now. So to be a chosen one in this time period is hard. I appreciate you, beloved. That part right there, turning heads, that's why he said, greater works than this shall you do. This is what he was talking about. You're going to have to do way more than what I do. All right. Yeah, Len, I'm telling you, if you were chosen, man, our assignment is heavy. Our assignment is heavy. You got churches on every corner, religions on every corner, no self-awareness, no emotional intelligence, no self-mastery. And like I tell you guys this all the time, we got home court right now. So what God is paying attention to, he's paying attention to what are we going to do right now? Doesn't matter what everybody did in all of the years. It doesn't matter what the Egyptians did. It doesn't matter what the Mayans did. It doesn't matter what the Romans did. It doesn't matter what the Greeks did. We can't sit here and say, oh, well, look at what they did. It has nothing to do with them. What are we going to do? If you're a chosen one, what specifically are we going to do? This is why I show up every single day. I just looked at the numbers. We on this platform right here, we speak to 500,000 people every single month, every 30 days, 500,000 people. So that means in a year, we're speaking to 6 million people. That's just on this platform. So this is what I'm saying. What we're doing is so important. Every single one of you guys is so important, especially for the people in the Mindset Masters community. I looked at those numbers last night because I never look at the numbers. I'm gonna be honest with you. I sent them to Tara. I sent them to Coach Sonia. It blew my mind. So that's what I'm saying. When you're looking at how many people are speaking to that many people, how many people you know speak to 500,000 people a month? When you're dealing with all walks of life. All right, let's get busy getting busy. Do me a favor real quick. But see, like I said again, you know, when you understand your purpose, you're going to understand that your purpose already has a certain amount of people connected to it. That's what I need you guys to understand. Your purpose, once you step into your purpose, there's already a certain amount of people that are connected to your purpose. There are a certain amount of people assigned to you already. So none of what's happening right now is surprising to me, because that's a part of what my purpose is able to sustain. And once you get your purpose unlocked and everybody else's purpose is unlocked and we all come together, we're going to be able to reach. If I can reach that many people, just imagine you reaching that many people and the next person reaching that many people. The next person, now we got the whole, we talked about this before. There's only 300,000 chosen ones, beloved, globally speaking. There are only 300,000 chosen ones, period, walking on the face of this earth right now. Period. That part right there, Juliet, that part right there, beloved, 300,000. And that's more than enough. That's more than enough. Do the math on it. If I can reach that many people, and I'm nowhere near my peak right now, if I can reach that many people, just imagine how much the collective 300,000, we're going to cover the entire planet. That's how it's going to change. God is like, oh yeah, it's changing. It's not a matter of if, it's when. If is not in his vocabulary. All right, let's get busy. So again, for everyone in the Mindset Masters community, that piece will be. I'll put that piece in the community for you guys, and we locked in. That part right there, turning heads. Let me say this to you. Healing is not about becoming someone else. Healing is about becoming less afraid of being yourself. That's it. It's not about becoming someone else. Can you become fearless with respect to being yourself? Unapologetically. That's what healing is about. Healing is not about self-discovery. Healing is about self-recovery. And half the battle is removing yourself from environments that cause you to show up small. Because growth becomes impossible when you remain in environments where your presence is only tolerated, not honored. If you are in an environment right now where your presence is only being tolerated, not honored, why are you there? Why are you there? It's not a math problem. It shouldn't take you long to figure out. Why are you there? Some of you guys are waking up right now in situations where your presence is tolerated, not honored. Your voice is tolerated, not honored. But you're trying to heal? In this moment, what you are surrounded by is either supporting your evolution or it's standing in the way of it. If you don't spend enough time mastering and understanding yourself, you'll end up absorbing everyone else's definition of who you are. If you don't define yourself, the people around you will. And slowly, you'll start to believe their definition of you. Some of you guys have experienced that directly. See, your power begins where your need for external validation ends. Your power begins where your need to be liked by everyone ends. Your power begins the moment you stop placing expectations on other people. That's why you lose in power. Placing all these expectations on other people that can't even live up to their own expectations. People struggling to live up to their own expectations, let alone the ones you place it on. See, God never designed you to need external validation. He didn't create you to need that. He did not create you to depend on others emotionally and psychologically for your happiness. That's your job. That's your job to depend on you. That's your job to place the expectations on you. That's your job to love you the way that you want to be loved. That's no one else's job. That's your assignment. And once you master the ability to love yourself the way you want to be loved, you become the blueprint. But no one else can be the blueprint to what God created you to be the blueprint for. We want people to love us in ways that we don't even love ourselves. Love us with all this consistency, but we're inconsistent when it comes to ourselves. See, your worth is not derived from people's response to you. People were never meant to define you. They were meant to experience you. That's all they have the power to do. Not define you, experience you. See, the biggest problem that most people have is believing that you must be liked by everyone in order to be effective. That's not true. Jesus wasn't even liked by everyone. So you ain't got a shot. He was damn near perfect. So if they ain't like him, what you think they're going to do to you? You got to pull your power back immediately. I don't even want to be liked by everyone. The person that's liked by everyone is good for no one. If you're liked by everyone, you're not good for yourself. Because that means you're too busy changing to be what everybody else needs you to be. That's a wound that you're masking. So I don't want to be liked by everyone. I need to trust me. Boom. Watch this. Let me show you what that trust looks like. When that bird lands on a branch, its faith is not in the branch. Its faith is in its own wings. It don't give a damn about that tree. It don't give a damn about that branch because its faith is not in the branch. My faith is in my wings. If that branch breaks, I'm out. That's you. Your faith can't come from the relationship. It can't come from your job. It can't come from your friends. It can't come from external validation. It has to come from you. It has to come from your own wings and your ability to lift yourself up, to transform yourself into who you need to be. For you first, people last. Am I who God created me to be, or am I a reflection of what the world created me to be? It's one or the other. You can't carry both reflections. In this moment, you are either reflecting who God created you to be, or you're a reflection of what the world created you to be. And if you're suffering, it's because of that. My trust is in my own wings. My belief is in my own wings. I don't have to put that on you. And that's the most powerful thing in the world. I don't need to put it on you to make me feel a certain way. There are people in life that are so good at impressing the crowds, but they have no control over themselves when no one else is watching. And these are the very people that we race to add to our lives. Some people are so good at impressing the crowds, but they have zero control over themselves when no one else is watching. And here's what I need you to understand. It's not about how pretty someone is. It's not about how handsome they may be. It's not about the car or the money or the jewelry or the clothes or the status. None of that matters. What matters is who do they identify as? Because that identity may be connected to a serial cheater. That identity may be connected to someone who's abusive. That identity may be connected to someone that doesn't love themselves. That identity may be connected to someone who's comfortable putting their hands on you. You don't know what the identity is connected to because we're so caught up on the car and we're caught up on they make this a certain amount of money and we're caught up on their popularity and their fame, or we're caught up on how pretty or handsome they are. We never get to the identity part. We don't know what they identify as because that's what you're going to be in a relationship with. You're not in a relationship with the person. You're in a relationship with what they identify as because that's what's going to show up. That's what's going to show up once those masks come off. You're going to be in a blocked relationship, and here's the problem. The person that you currently identify as and the person that they currently identify as may not match. You guys may look beautiful together as a couple. You guys may look beautiful out in public. But the point not to be missed is that if those identities don't match, the relationship is going to fall apart. Because that's who you really are, and then that's the circumstances that you guys are going to live in. So it's nothing wrong with the person, and there's nothing wrong with you. From this moment moving forward, you got to start focusing on the identity of the person that you're getting ready to add to your life. Not how much money they make, not where they live, not the car that they drive. Those things are just expressions. We talked about this earlier. They're just expressions of that identity. But that's what we get lost in the expression. I'm telling you, I'm so terrified now. Before I add a person to my life, I need to see who you are, who do you identify as? Damn what you got in your life. I don't give a damn about that plane you just walked out of. I don't care about that Rolls Royce that you just pulled up in. None of that matters because that's not what I'm getting ready to be friends with. I'm not getting ready to be friends with the car. I'm not going to be friends with your bank account. I'm not going to be friends with that coat you're wearing. I'm getting ready to be friends with the person that you identify as. Do you have high character, high integrity, high discipline? Are you self-aware, emotionally intelligent? Who are you underneath the mask that you're wearing? That's what I'm saying to you. But if you don't know yourself that deeply, you won't know to look for them that deeply. And this is why self-mastery is so important. Because you'll never see it in them because you won't see it in yourself. Who are you for you? That's what's important. I'm going to protect you from the world. No, don't protect me from the world. Will you protect me from your programming? Will you protect me from your childhood trauma? Will you protect me from the version of yourself that you pretend to be? Will you protect me from all of the unhealed versions of you? Will you protect me from who you turn into when life is not going the way you need it to? Will you protect me from that version of you? I don't need you to protect me from the world. Can you protect me from yourself? Everybody's so quick. I lay down my life for you. I do anything for you. I fight for you. No, don't fight for me. That's not what I need you to do. Protect me from you. Because that's what's going to hurt me. I tell you guys this all the time. All of the scar tissue on your heart, it's not coming from some external enemy. It's coming from somebody that you trusted, somebody that you were vulnerable with, somebody that you let in, somebody that told you they loved you, somebody that told you they would never hurt you, never cheat on you, never lie to you, never betray you. That's who hurt you. Not that person on social media, not that person at your job that may have judged you or criticized you unfairly. Your external enemies are not the people that leave the scar tissue in your heart, but those are the people we focus on. We don't focus on the people closest to us. We focus on the external. But it's the people closest to you that have cut your heart more than anyone else. Ben Chosen, I see you, beloved. The reason why you keep attracting people who can't consistently give you what you want is because you haven't figured out how to consistently give yourself what you want. And every person that you encounter is just an energetic match to what you fail to give yourself. Let me say that one more time. The reason why you continue to attract people who cannot consistently give you what you want is because you haven't figured out how to consistently give it to yourself. And because you haven't figured it out, they haven't figured it out. See, you're the blueprint, you're the map, right, for what everyone else is going to give you. So what you can't give you, they won't be able to give it to you. Not because you're not worthy or deserving of it, but because you haven't figured it out yourself. You've been with you your whole life. They just met you. So if you haven't figured it out, why would you expect them to figure it out? Thank you for the gifts, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Kev, what's up, Kev? Aquarian Goddess. Brock, I'm telling you, beloved, see, the day you figure out, but I'm telling you guys, it's you versus you. The day you figure out how to consistently give yourself what you want, every person you meet will only be a mirror to that. But if you don't figure it out, they won't figure it out. Because you're an energetic match for every person you meet. So the day that you crack the code, they're going to crack the code, but they won't crack it until you do. And that's the part that that's why most relationships fall apart. We walk away from people that can't meet us where we want to be met, but we oftentimes don't meet ourselves that deeply. Because if you were giving yourself unconditional love, 5-star respect, 5-star belief, 5-star faith, showing up for you wouldn't even need it from somebody else. Anything else that person gave you would be the cherry on the sundae. You wouldn't need it from another person. If you were giving yourself everything you want, need, and desire, you would never need it from someone else. Think about what I'm saying. If you cooked your own meal, let's just say you at home, you done made a 7-course meal for yourself. I come knocking on the door, and I got this big juicy steak. You like, Coach, I'm full already. I appreciate it. I'll put it in the refrigerator. I'll take it to lunch for lunch to work tomorrow. I'll take it to lunch. But you wouldn't eat it right there because you don't need it. And that's what God is saying. He's saying the reason why you need things from other people is because you haven't learned how to give it to yourself first. When you learn how to give it to you, anything else that they give you is just extra. That's lunch for tomorrow. Miss Tia, I see you, beloved. Guardian Angel, I see you. The Korean Goddess, I see you, beloved. See, you only desire things from other people because you haven't discovered the fact that the kingdom of God is in you. That's the only problem you have. The reason why you desire things from other people is because you haven't discovered the fact that the kingdom of God is in you. Not some of it, not a piece of it, not part of it, all of it. It's in you. That's what Jesus was coming to tell us. The kingdom is in you. Consciousness lives in you. The most powerful force in the universe. The one thing science can't explain is what you're made up of. Unconditional love lives in you. Happiness lives in you. Abundance lives in. What could you possibly need from another person? Now, I'm not saying that we can't add people to our lives. That's not what I'm saying. Don't get the message confused. But what I'm saying to you is this. What could you possibly need from somebody else when you got consciousness in you? You got unconditional love in you. You've got happiness in you, abundance in you, joy in you, peace in you. Why am I not experiencing these things, Coach? Because you keep focusing on what you don't have. You won't put in the work to become self-aware. You won't heal your shadow, heal your pain. You think that the solution to your problems is in something outside of you. You need external validation, people to clap for you, people to believe in you, people to pick you. You're giving all your power away. You need to bring that power home. You got the kingdom in you. And every level of consciousness that you reach or that you achieve only brings you closer to that understanding. For some of you guys are operating at such a low level of consciousness that all you identify with is your pain. You identify with your ego. You identify with your programming. You identify with your shadow. You identify with the identity that you built around your wounds. That's what's hurting you. Jesus came to tell us that message specifically. The kingdom of God is in you, not your church, not in your circumstances, not in your bank account, not out in the world, not up in the sky, in you. The same consciousness that built the sun is in you. The same consciousness that built all of the stars is in you. It's all in you. So what can another person add to you that you ain't already in possession of? And see, that's what makes people beautiful, is that people help us to experience more of what we already are. But that's all they can do. That's where their power stops. They can only help us to unlock what's there, but they can't add what's missing. You keep looking for a person to add what's missing. They can't add what's missing. That's your assignment. I've got to figure out what's missing in me before I go give myself to somebody else. Because what am I giving them if I haven't discovered myself? If I give myself to you, before I become self-aware, before I discover who I am, what am I actually giving you? My pain, my trauma, my programming, my suffering, who I pretend to be, the masks that I wear. What am I giving you? If I haven't discovered the real me, that means that I can only give you the mask that I wear. I can only give you my persona, my reputation, who I sell myself as to the world. I can't give you anything real because I haven't discovered the real in me. You got people that have been in a relationship for 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, never met the real person. Never met the real person. Met their pain, met their trauma, met their wounds, met the childhood trauma, met the masks, met their ego, never met the real person. Raja, I appreciate you, beloved. telling you, never met the real person. Let me say this to you. The love you deserve will never be handed to you by someone else. Write that down. You need to repeat that to yourself all day today. Say it so loud that your pain hears it. Say it so loud that your depression hears it. The love that you deserve will never be handed to you by someone else. There's not a person on the planet that's that powerful. See, the love that you deserve is established through boundaries. It's established through your standards. It's established through discipline. It's established through self-awareness and emotional intelligence. That's how it's established. Once I unlock all of that in me, I'm able to give that to myself. But I'm not going to get that from the other person. That's the gift that I give me. Now, the person can come and add the cherry to that. They can come and enhance what's there. But they cannot add what's missing. Because there's nothing missing. There's an obstruction there. You have obstructions. There's things that's blocking your unconditional love. There's things that's blocking your happiness. There are things that are blocking your peace and your joy and your abundance. We need to understand what's blocking that. And only awareness can teach you that, not people. People can distract you from becoming the most powerful version of you are, but they can't help you be that. I'm not even helping you right now. I'm only helping you to remove what's in the way. See, no one will ever love you exactly how you want to be loved. That's your job. No one else will ever believe in you exactly how you want to be believed in. That's your job. And no one else will ever show up for you exactly how you want them to show up for you. That's your job. We have to stop giving people these assignments that are only supposed to go to us. That's your task. I've got to love me the way I want to be loved, and then I can teach you. I've got to believe in myself the way that I want to be believed in, and then I can teach you. I've got to show up for me the way that I want to be shown up for, and then I can teach you. Then I can give you a blueprint to follow. And when you don't follow the blueprint, data. Coach, I appreciate you, beloved. And let me tell you why that's so true. Nobody knows you better than you. You've been with you your whole life. No one knows what you need moment to moment. Nobody knows what's happening in the confines of your mind. Nobody has access to that. So how can I love you better than you? And you know what you need from moment to moment. I can assume. I can guess, but I'll never know. Only you know. You know when you're tired. You know when you're motivated. You know when you're stressed. You know when you're excited. You know when you feel joy and happiness and abundance. I don't know any of that. So how can I ever love you better than you love you? Now, I can mirror the love you have for yourself, but my love will never be more powerful than yours. It should never be more powerful than yours. Coach Cook, I appreciate you, beloved. So good to see you. You guys understand what I'm saying? The only reason why you feel stuck is because you spent decades performing for other people. Let that sink in. The only reason why you feel stuck is because you spent decades performing for other people. See, most people have built their entire lives around who they thought other people wanted them to be. Because in your mind, if you are who you think other people wanted you to be, you would receive the love that you needed. You would receive the connection. You would receive the belonging. That's why we do it. You just wanted love, but you didn't know how to give it to yourself. So you went out looking for it in other people. But here's the truth. When you are who you think other people need you to be, you stop being who you need to be for you. Because you can't be who they need you to be and who you need to be for yourself at the same time. Those two versions of you can never coexist. So we end up abandoning ourselves, being what other people need us to be. That's why it's so hard for most people to show up as the most authentic version of themselves. Because you've practiced performing for other people for so long that you don't know how to be who you are authentically. I appreciate the gifts, you guys. Coach, I appreciate you, beloved. Star, I appreciate you. See, one more time, healing is not about becoming someone new. Healing is about unlearning how to become the version of yourself that you had to become in order to survive. That's healing. I've got to unlearn, coach, who I had to become in order to survive that toxic relationship. I have to unlearn, coach, who I had to become to get the love that I needed from my parents because I was so busy editing myself because they were suffering. I've got to unlearn, coach, how to become that version of myself that I have been in my relationships and things like that, to be what my partner needed me to be. I don't know who I am anymore. I've got to unlearn all of that. Go back and meet you. Meet you. Not the you that you are for other people. Not the you that you are for your relationship. But the version of yourself that God created you to be. Meet that version of you, because that's where your peace is. That's where your happiness lives. That's where your joy and abundance lives. That's all he's saying. Get back to the version of yourself that I created. That's why you were so happy when you came into this world. You were exactly who he created you to be. You ain't been that happy since. When you came into this world, you haven't been that happy since. You've been chasing that version of you this entire time. I'm talking about you were happy, no relationships. You were happy, you didn't need validation. You were happy, you weren't chasing people. You were happy with just the littlest thing. Simple little things. You might have grown up like I did, poor. I didn't even know I was poor until somebody else told me. Because I didn't need anything, because I was already full. I was already complete. I had no idea I was poor. No idea until somebody told me. Because nothing was missing in me. That's what I'm saying. When you are whole and complete through awareness, nothing is missing in you. We go out looking for people and chasing validation only when things are missing in us. When you are empty, you're going to go out looking for what's missing in you in someone else. Coach Cook, I see you, beloved. I see you.
Let me say this to you. Here's the raw truth. If it doesn't cost you, it won't change you. Turn your awareness up. I appreciate the gifts, you guys. If it doesn't cost you, it won't change you. See, most people want information because it's free. It feels good to collect it. But information alone doesn't change your life. Transformation is going to cost you something. I'm telling you now. I don't care how much information you acquire. At some point in time, you're going to have to transform yourself into the version of yourself that information reflects. Self-awareness requires you to transform yourself. Self-mastery requires you to transform yourself. Discipline requires you to transform yourself. So you can acquire the information all day long. See, that's why for some of you guys, that's why the breakthrough hasn't happened yet. Because you haven't transformed yourself into the version of you capable of reflecting the information you are acquiring. You're still who you used to be, just with new information piled on top of you. You're not walking, talking, acting, and breathing like that person that information reflects. I am awareness in human form. I am emotional intelligence in human form. I am consciousness in human form. These are things that I study. These are things that I have become. They're not on me like my clothes. They're in me like my blood. I don't have to think about it. So when depression shows up, I know how to deal with it. When fear shows up, I know how to deal with it. When limiting belief shows up, I know how to deal with it. When anxiety comes knocking on the door, I know how to deal. I don't have to read a book. I don't have to go back and say, "Ooh, let me watch that live stream again to see what coach said." I don't have to do that. Awareness is what you are. It's not something that you study. Consciousness is what you are. It's not something that you study. When you're reading about awareness and consciousness, you only read about yourself. That's how you got to look at it. I'm reading about me and what I'm capable of. Right? So one more time. If it doesn't cost you, it won't change you. There's going to be some things you're going to have to give up to become that person that you want to be. And chances are what you have to give up is something that you do when nobody else is watching. But you're going to have to give up something. To become the most powerful version of you, I'm telling you now. Because you ain't doing nothing but practicing. All this showing up to the live streams and showing up to the, listening to the podcast and reading, you practice it. That's all you doing is practicing. At some point in time, God is going to require you to get in the game. Get in the game means that I'm the thing, I live the information. I don't study the information anymore. I live it. You got to get in the game. Awareness is going to require you to get in the game. All you're going to do is go to the water cooler and impress your friends with all this new information, but you're not the information. You on the phone solving all your friends' problems, but you're not the information. You practicing the information, you haven't become it. At some point in time, you're going to have to make a decision. And it's going to be the most difficult decision in the world, but it's also going to be the most rewarding. That stuff I do in the dark, is it worth it? That version of me that shows up small, is it worth it? That version of me that doesn't speak my truth, is it worth it? The version of me that settles for comfort over my calling, is it worth it? The version of me that is not disciplined, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth the cost of your greatness? Is it worth the cost of the version of yourself that God created you to be? Is it worth it? I don't know. You're going to have to answer that question now. Because awareness is going to continue to push you to the borderline of who you are. And right now you are standing at the intersection of who you are and who you could become. Which version of you wins that battle? Coach Cook, I appreciate you, beloved. Coach, I appreciate you, beloved. Coach Sonia, I appreciate you, love. Who wins that?
I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Come on, Noah. Come on, Noah. Noah said it best. No, we need that on a t-shirt right now. Right now, beloved. You got to embody this. We ain't got time to be sipping it like we at the Starbucks somewhere. No, you got to drink this. All the days, I'm going to just sip the awareness and sip the emotional intelligence. We ain't got time to be sipping anymore. Man, you got to drink this. I'm telling you this, you got to sip, man. You got to drink this. So one more time, transformation is going to cost you something. It's going to cost you all of your negative habits. It's going to cost you your old identity that can't take you any further than you already are right now. It's going to cost you your comfort zone. It's going to cost you all of the masks that you wear to make other people feel more comfortable. It's going to cost you becoming the most disciplined version of yourself. And if you're not willing to pay the price, you'll keep collecting information and staying exactly where you are right now. Some of you guys have been collecting information for over a year, but your life hasn't changed. You got all the information in the world. Journals full of information. Life ain't changed a bit. Still the same person, just with all of these journals now. Because you won't make the decision to become the journal. So you got the journal, but you haven't become it. No, coach, awareness ain't working for me. No, you're not working for you. See, every decision that you make, you are casting a vote for the person you could become, or you're casting a vote for who you've always been. Some of you guys, that ballot box is so full of who you've always been. Every decision that you make, that's what's happening to you. You are casting a vote for the person you could become when you make that decision, or you're casting a vote for the person that you've always been. And for some of you guys, yesterday's version of you has more votes than the version of you that you could become. That's the problem. Coach Cook, I see you, beloved. Javon, I see you. See, the road to self-mastery is for those who are ready to reorganize their lives around truth. Are you ready to reorganize your life completely around truth? I don't have time for the illusions anymore, coach. I don't have time for the fantasies anymore. I don't have time for the should stories and what people should have done for me. I don't have time for the villain and victim stories anymore. I don't have time for hope stories anymore, and because it's blinding me to seeing who the person really is. Every time you apply hope to your relationship, it blinds you to who the person really is. So we ain't got time for hope and potential. See, what you want in this moment is to have your life completely surrounded around truth. But truth starts with you. I need transparency over honesty. I don't want honesty in my relationship. I just want transparency. Honesty tells me what I don't want to know only if I ask you. Transparency tells me what I need to know before I have to ask you. I want transparency because I don't know who you are in the dark. I don't know who you are when I'm not there. I don't know who you transform into when no one else is around. So I don't know what to ask you. See, honesty will only tell you if you ask. Transparency tells you before you have to ask. Now, I need transparency. Don't give me nothing. If you can't give me transparency, I don't want a thing from you. Because transparency is free. Last time I checked, they don't sell it anywhere, so you can't go buy it anywhere. So if you can't give me what comes free to you, I don't even want to know your name. Let me just walk out of your life real quick. Yeah, a star. See, everybody, we got caught up with that. We got programmed to condition to believe that honesty was this great thing. No, honesty, low key, might be the worst thing for your relationship. Oh, he's so honest, but he ain't transparent. She's so honest, but she's not transparent. Honesty just means that you'll tell me if I ask. But what if I don't ask? What if I don't know that you was at that club that night? So how do I know to ask? What if I don't know that you secretly went to lunch with your ex? How do I know to ask? That's honesty. You're going to only tell me if I ask you. Transparency means that you tell me before I have to ask. You tell me before you made the decision to go do the thing. Before you pulled the trigger to go do the thing, you told me about it. So there were no surprises. There's a big difference between transparency and honesty. I don't want honesty around me. I need transparency, because if you can't give me that, you can't give me nothing. Let me show you how that looks in real time. Hey, what's up, babe? Hey, my ex hit me up. I was getting ready to go to that party tonight, but a mutual friend of ours invited her to the party. I didn't know she was getting invited. I have not left to go to the party. I'm getting ready to get dressed right now. If that bothers you, I'm not going. That's transparency. That's transparency. No tidal waves, no emotional breakdown. Let me tell you honesty. I go to the party, see my ex there. We all doing shots. Yeah, I'm not flirting with her. I'm not cheating with her. We doing shots. We doing all of these things. You find out about it through a mutual friend. I come home and you ask me, hey, why you didn't tell me that your ex was going to be there? Oh, I ain't really think you was going to trip like that. I ain't see. You see the difference? You see the difference? Do you see the difference? Now you dealing with the aftermath of the situation. That's honest. I didn't lie to you. I told you I was there. But now we got a whole problem in the situation now. Whole problem. That's the difference. Rihanna, I see you. All right, I'm gonna set my mic down right there. I'm gonna set my mic down right there. Honey man, what's up, family? Been chosen, I see you, beloved. JG, I see you. Yana, I appreciate you, love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Type me in the comments if this is your very first time on a live stream with me, please. I could give you that. I could give you that, Shay. I could give you that, Shay. I could give you what Shay just said. I can completely. I can give you that. But my thing is that, you know, when you start studying awareness, it's transparency doesn't mean that I tell you everything about me. You know, transparency just means that when I get to those intersections of things that I think may hurt our relationship, things that may cause any type of emotional, because when we talk about trauma, what's trauma? Trauma is unresolved. Trauma is stress that goes unresolved in the moment. That's what creates trauma. So anytime that you are not being fully transparent with your partner, or anytime you're just being honest, you're creating that trauma in your partner. One more time, trauma is unresolved stress in your body, right? You felt that stress in your body, and in that moment, you didn't get a solution, you didn't get the answer, you don't have understanding, and then you move away from that situation. And guess what you're going to do? See, trauma isn't caused by the situation. It's not caused by the event. Trauma is caused, right, by the meaning you attach to the event, and then how much you over obsess about what that event meant to you. So now you driving home and all you can think about is that particular event. That's creating the trauma, not the event, just the meaning you attach to it. And it's so important for us to understand that. And so my relationships are predicated on transparency. I don't want to have to figure you out. I don't want to have to ask you and decode all of these things. I don't want to have to do that. If I'm giving you access to me, there's a certain way in a certain relationship, type of relationship we're going to have, right? And if you consider yourself a friend, you're not going to make moves and make choices and make decisions that are out of alignment with our friendship. Transparency. You're going to let me know before you pull the trigger on this particular thing. Hey, man, this is what's going on. I just want to hip you to it before anything happens. That's what I'm saying. So it's not about you just dumping your life out for certain people, but it's about understanding that the people that you allow to have access to you, if you allow that person to have access to you, I want transparency. I don't want honesty, because honesty means that you only tell me if I ask. That's dangerous, because what if I don't know to ask? You're not with people all day long. So how you going to know to ask that person? How can I ask you a question that I don't know anything about the situation that I would need to be asking you about? Right. All right. One more time, type me in the comments real quick if this is your very first time on a live stream with me. Welcome all first and last time listeners. Welcome all first and last time listeners. Mama J, what's up, Mama J? Again, Nigel, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Welcome all first and last time listeners. My name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness, self-mastery, relationship mastery, 5D consciousness, emotional intelligence. My purpose in life as a coach is to help you to discover yours. That's my purpose. That's what I do. That's what I'm committed to. I've been doing what I've been doing for over 2 decades now. I am also the best-selling author of this book, The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? This book is the instruction manual, and it's the blueprint to who you are. The book is not about me. The book is about you. I am very passionate as a coach. And I'm a force multiplier. So those are 2 great things that you need in your life if you're on that path or on that journey to becoming the most powerful version of yourself. You need somebody that is passionate, and you need somebody that's a force multiplier, because the journey to self-mastery is not easy. It's not easy because the thing that you have to conquer is yourself. You're not trying to conquer anything outside of you. You're going after your programming and conditioning. You have to conquer your ego. You have to conquer your childhood trauma. You have to conquer yesterday's version of you. These are all things that you have to master in order to become the most powerful version of yourself. How many of you guys are currently looking for a life coach right now that are not currently a part of my private community? How many of you guys, type me if you are currently looking for a coach of my magnitude or somebody different? Type me in the comments, please. Let me see how many people before we get out of here. Okay, so what I want to do is, just in case this is our last time communicating, for all of the people that are currently looking for a coach, my thing is this. I teach people how to turn their pain into power, how to turn their wounds into wisdom, how to turn their trauma into complete transformation. That's what I do as a coach. I make my money coaching, but I can tell you right now that you won't need me as a coach. If you join my Mindset Masters community, which is a fraction of the cost of what it would cost you for a one-on-one session with me, you're going to become so powerful that people are going to think you're a coach, or you're the therapist, or you're a psychiatrist, because you're going to become that powerful. I have so many people in my community right now that had no idea that they wanted to become coaches, had no desire to become a coach, and ended up becoming coaches, ended up becoming authors, ended up becoming content creators, all from their pain. And they were exactly where you are right now. Now, you may not have a desire to become a coach, and you may not have a desire to become a content creator or an author or a public speaker or whatever the case may be. But the point not to be missed is that you will be that powerful, that if that's something that you wanted to join, or if that's something that you wanted to do, you're in a position to do it. Right? Get there first. And once you get and you're standing in the shoes of the most powerful version of yourself, you're going to make different decisions. You're going to be operating from a different level of consciousness. I want you to master fear. I want you to master anxiety. I want you to master your understanding of depression and imposter syndrome and limiting beliefs. I want you to understand why these things visit you. I want you to understand your childhood trauma and have mastery over it. I want you to understand your shadow and have mastery over it, right? I just want you to have understanding. Because once you have understanding, you have clarity. When you have clarity, you have peace. When you have peace, you have happiness. That's the formula, right? So this today is the beginning of forever, because today is the day that you start that journey, that process to mastering yourself, which is the most important thing in the world. That's why we're here. That's what this life is all about. You mastering you. Not having mastery over relationships, not having mastery over your friendships, not ruling over other people, but having mastery over yourself. That's what makes you powerful, is knowing what makes you weak. What makes you powerful is knowing what's currently taking value away from you. That's what makes you strong, is knowing what you bring to the lives of every single person that you come in contact with. And once we finish our coaching journey together, you're going to become someone with pinpoint accuracy. You'll know exactly how much value you bring to the lives of every single person you come in contact with. I can tell you with pinpoint accuracy, right? And so you're going to become that person. And so what I want you to do, so let me tell you about the community. So the name of the community is Mindset Masters. We are one of the fastest growing communities on social media, full stop. We specialize in self-awareness, self-mastery, emotional intelligence, relationship mastery, 5D consciousness. We specialize in taking you from where you are to where you want to be. We're just the bridge. Okay, that's just look at us as the bridge. There's where you are, and then there's where you want to be, and then there's Mindset Masters in the middle. We're just that portal that you're going to be able to travel through to get to that version of yourself. Additionally, the community comes with 2 life coaches, 1 executive coach. 100% of the coaching will be done by me. You will have direct access to me. You're going to have access to all of my live streams, like the ones you're watching right now. We have probably more than over 100 episodes archived in the communities. That's beautiful. You're going to have access to my podcast. The podcast is amazing. You're going to have access to what I write every single day for you guys inside of the community. You're going to have access to that. And you're going to have access to some of the most amazing people that are on that journey, just like you, that started out just like you. Some are exactly where you are. Some are at an elevated level from where you are. And then some are at the highest level of where you're trying to go. The beautiful thing about it is that when you're on that journey to become the most powerful version of yourself, you need to be around people that understand the transformation that you're going through. Your family won't understand. Your kids won't understand. Your significant other won't understand. Your friends won't understand. Your coworkers won't understand. Don't waste your time trying to explain them to people. It's like you're speaking a foreign language, right? When you're becoming the most powerful version of yourself, you're elevating your consciousness above the level of the people that met you, that have known you this entire time. And so you don't want to waste your time trying to explain it to them, because they won't get it. So that's why you have the community, because everyone in the community is like-minded individuals. We get it, right? And so you have that place where you can exercise your awareness, you can exercise your self-mastery. You got any question that you have, we'll be there to answer. But the community is amazing. Just look, it's no different than what TikTok is. The only difference is that everyone in the community is about mindset, self-mastery, and self-awareness. It's just a different, higher level of what this platform is. Lastly, how powerful are you ready to be? How powerful are you ready to be? You don't have a glass ceiling in life. You are the glass ceiling. You are the obstacle. You are the thing that you have to conquer. How powerful will you allow yourself to get? It's the only thing that matters. If you're ready to get signed up inside of the community, just type me in the comments and I'll tell you guys how to get signed up. That part right there, Lynetta, that part right there, beloved. Okay. The entire community is $1 a day, $29 a month, no contracts, no obligations. Who would have ever thought that for $29, money that you spent at McDonald's, Money that you spent at Starbucks, money that you spent buying some outfit could change your entire life. Who would have ever thought? So the community is $29 a month, no contracts, no obligations. What are you going to receive for the $20 a month? You're going to receive me as your coach, your accountability partner, and your mentor. You're going to receive a free copy of my book today. The book is not free. Okay, the book is not free. But because you guys are getting signed up today, you're going to receive the book today for free. You're also going to receive my e-course, which is called The Fearless Mindset, because it's the perfect companion to the book. So you're getting the course today. You're getting my book today. They're all going to come in ebook format. You're getting the course, you're getting the book, you get me as your coach, you're getting the community, my podcast, the live streams, what I write every single day, and it's all for $29 a month. We are 10 times cheaper than therapy and 10 times more powerful, period, full stop. So if you're ready to get signed up, copy and paste that link. Copy and paste that link, put it inside your browser. Hold that link down, you guys, for like 3 seconds. Hold that link down for like 3 seconds, put it inside your browser, and it'll take you this exactly or directly to the community, and then you guys will be signed up. Again, copy and paste that link, hold it down for 3 seconds, put it inside your browser. It'll take you directly to the community to get signed up, and then you guys will be ready to go. Yeah, absolutely, Sarah. Absolutely. Not just, yeah. Yeah. Star, what you got? Both. That's a great question, Star. So this is what I want you to do. So the formula is the 5 times 5 formula, right? The 5 times 5 formula. That's the most important formula. That's the formula that's changing and transforming people's lives globally. What's that formula? So what you're going to do is you're going to pick up my book. You're going to pick up this book. You're going to read it from cover to cover, all at one sitting. No, not at all at one sitting. But once you start this process, right, you can't take your foot off the gas. So you're going to read this book from cover to cover. When you read this book from cover to cover, you're going to sit this down. Okay. Then you're going to pick up the course, The Fearless Mindset. You're going to read that from cover to cover, all at one sitting. No, you don't have to read it all at one sitting. But once you start the process, you want to stay in that flow. In other words, you don't want to restart the book and take 2 weeks off because you were traveling around and doing a bunch of stuff, and then you come back and then you forget everything you read already. Okay, so once you start the process, you got to keep that going, right? You might sit the book down, go to work, do what you got to do, take care of the family, take care of the kids. Boom, you back to the book, right? So you want to get in the rhythm of that. Okay, so once you've read the book from cover to cover, you're going to sit it down. You read The Fearless Mindset from cover to cover. You're going to sit that down. Okay, that's 1 week. That's one follow through. Now you're going to pick up the book again. Now you on your second time. Okay, you're on the second time now. You're going to do the same formula. Now, let me tell you what you're going to notice. When you start reading the book the second time, you're going to notice things that you didn't notice the first time. Why is this happening? Because your consciousness has already been elevated. Because the medicine is already happening. Because your awareness is already being elevated. When you pick up The Fearless Mindset, you're going to read that from cover to cover for that second time. You're going to notice things in it the second time that you didn't notice the first. So the point not to be missed is this. You're going to oscillate between the two a total of 5 times. On that 5th reading, who you are on the other side of that 5th reading and who you are right now, the version of you that has read that formula, that has applied the formula, would run circles around who you are right now. And that becomes your foundation. Then we continue to build on top of that foundation, but your foundation is solid now. That's what we want for you. Does that make sense? Everybody got that? Yeah, it's a total of 5. The formula is 5 times 5. If you do it 3 times 3, you ain't gonna get it. 4 times 4, you won't get it. You have to apply the formula 5 times. Okay. See the problem. I'm gonna tell you the problem. I'm gonna tell you the problem. Coach, what's up, Coach? So good to see you, beloved. I'm gonna tell you the problem. Let me tell you what your ego is gonna do. Your ego is going to convince you that you got it already. Once you get to the third time, oh, I got it already. That's what your ego is going to tell you. And you're going to put the book down, and your ego is going to charge you your divinity. That's going to be the cost of your divinity. Is you listening to your ego, because your ego is still online when you are doing this process. It's going to still be online when you get to the other side of that fifth reading. But you're going to have a different understanding of it. You're going to have a different level of awareness, a different level of consciousness. If you follow through with the formula, you're going to become someone different. If you listen to your ego and bow out the second time or the third time, it's going to cost you your awakening, beloved. I'm telling you now. I've seen it happen too many times. No, I got it now, Coach. I understand. I don't need to read it the whole time. I got a PhD. Don't give a damn about your PhD. Your PhD has nothing to do with awareness. Your MBA has nothing to do with awareness. All your little certifications and degrees has nothing to do with spiritual intelligence. This is something different. I don't care how well you comprehend. You have to understand how much programming and conditioning the real you is buried underneath. So every time that you're going through that book, it's like you're shoveling old programming out, old conditioning out, old traumas out, old wounds out. So you got to keep shoveling until you get to that fifth side. That's the discipline in it. Oh, Coach, I was the head of my class. None of that matters. This is something different here. Exactly. Okay. Lastly, real quick. If you are not currently signed up for my free thought of the day, type no in the comments if you are not currently signed up for my free thought of the day. Type no in the comments, please, and then we're gonna get out of here. Precious, I see you. Okay, awesome. So let me just kind of give you guys kind of the purpose of our free thought of the day and our push in the whole movement behind that. So the free thought of the day is so that you can start your day out with a clear, powerful thought. That's purpose number one. So that you can start your day out with a clear, powerful thought. Okay. And it's free. Can't beat free. Now, the beautiful thing about it is that the free thought of the day literally takes less than 10 seconds for you to read, but a single thought can transform your entire morning. And it's going to be delivered to you every morning. My free thought of the day will deliver bite-sized wisdom for busy minds and for people looking to become the most powerful version of themselves. One thought to reset your mindset that's going to be quick, powerful, and enlightening. And here's what I need you to understand. Our world is filled with distractions. We're more distracted now than ever before. You got your kids pulling from you, the job pulling from you, the relationship pulling from you, your friends pulling from you, social media pulling from you, expectations that other people have placed on you pulling from you. You've got so many things pulling from you. What's pouring into you? That's what the free thought of the day is designed to do. It's designed to replace what so many people are pulling out of you from day to day to day, right? And that's what it's all about. So if you're ready to get signed up for the free thought of the day, just copy and paste that link, put it inside of your browser, and it'll take you to get signed up for the free thought of the day. Again, what's pouring into you? I understand what's pulling from you. I understand all of the distractions that we have, but what's pouring into you, right? So again, for all of you guys that are not currently signed up for the free thought of the day, there you go. Copy and paste that link, put it in your browser, and it will take you to get signed up for the free thought of the day, and you guys are ready to go. And then that way I know that no matter what, whether I never see you again or whether you show up every day to the lives, I know that consistent deposits are being made wherever you might be in the world. And so either way, I did my job. And I think that's
Any questions before we get out of here, you guys? Any community related questions or thought of the day related questions before we disconnect? Brianna, I see you, beloved. Love you too. Yeah, I did. I did forget the community tutorial. 9:30. See, that's another thing, Nigel. The free thought of the day is going to let you guys know every time when I'm going live. It has my live stream times posted on there, but just so you know, 9:30 a.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday, I am as consistent as the weather. I stand on that. I am as consistent as the weather in your city is right now. All right, boom. Yeah, Nigel, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay powerful, stay prayed up. Remember, everything you need to be, you already are. I dare you to believe it. Stay powerful, stay prayed up.